hands of Dr. Miguel have touched the lives of thousands, and those thousands have in turn touched the lives of thousands more. The Agape Rural Program has taken on the charge of implementing healthcare in one of the nation's most in-need areas by training hundreds of healthcare professionals, treating and educating over 60,000 Filipinos, and establishing more than 4,000 community health leaders who will be able to stay and continue the care of its citizens. We're honored today to have with us, reaching out to all of us, Dr. Editha Miguel.
Dr. Editha Miguel's spiritual journey begins from an early age. Raised in a loving family in the Philippines, her parents taught her to love God and to care for the poor. While attending the University of the Philippines, she heard the gospel of Jesus Christ for the first time.
This girl who was brought to me by another friend shared a small booklet called The Four Spiritual Laws. And through this small booklet, I came to know that all I needed to do to be saved was to put my faith in Jesus and to invite Him as my Lord and Savior. So right there and there, outside my chemistry class, I prayed and invited Christ to come into my life. And that became a major turning point in my life. So I started to join what they call discovery groups, where we would meet regularly every week to discover more of our relationship with Christ. So when I was in college, I already decided that I will, after college, would join staff of Campus Crusade. But something else happened along the way.
Editha's parents did not agree with her decision to join the staff of Campus Crusade for Christ. They urged her to go to medical school instead. Not wanting to disobey God or her parents, Editha took time to seek God about this decision. As she read Ephesians 6, "Honor your mother and father," she decided to obey her parents and attend medical school. There, she continued to grow spiritually, and her passion for teaching and spiritual multiplication was put to good use.
Even when I was a medical student, aside from my ministry in my campus, I had another ministry in another campus. I was in charge discipling other medical students in another campus. So I would go on weekends to have Bible study with them. So it was fun.
God blessed her obedience and opened up doors for her to share the gospel locally in her community. While at school, she had the opportunity to travel to South Korea for the Explo 74 conference. There, like other students in attendance, her vision grew as she gained a worldwide perspective for not only changing her country, but for changing the world too.
It just really showed me that I'm not alone in doing this job. And God has a worldwide agenda. I'm not just confined to one province, one city, or one country. It makes it more exciting because you know that you have brothers and sisters who are also in other countries doing the same thing, experiencing the same difficulties as you have. But we're all in it together.
As Editha finished medical school in the Philippines, she began to seek God on where to use her knowledge and skills to make the most difference.
2/3 of our population then was in the rural communities. So if we had to fulfill the Great Commission, I had to go into the rural communities. And the health profession was a very good profession to bring when I go there.
God has indeed used Editha and her family in the rural areas of the Philippines. Her obedient heart and willingness to be used by God has opened many doors for ministry. The hands of Agape Rural Program have touched thousands of lives. When people come to her clinics, they're not only cared for physically, but spiritually and practically as well. Many of Editha's volunteers have traveled with her to Sri Lanka, India, and other Asian countries to care for the sick and educate communities. Her tireless service has gained the utmost respect amongst healthcare professionals around the world. The Philippine president and other top leaders look to her for counsel in helping the people of their country. God is changing lives in the Philippines.
You have to believe that it is impossible to fail when you are doing God's work. So no matter what difficulties you encounter, you just go on. And then you have to understand that you cannot do it alone. You have to enlist others, not just from the health field, but from other fields to address the problem. It is a big problem, but with a big God and a good team, I think we can make a difference. Thank you.